Welcome to the sound. Today, music teacher introduces his friend and songwriter, singer, and guitarist Kyle Walls to Alip Ba Ta's Numb from Linkin Park. Man, I've had so many requests for this one. What do you think? Have you heard this one yet?
No, I'm trying to think if I know the Linkin Park song. So this might be a dual reaction.
You don't know the Linkin Park?
I'm excited.
Oh.
I'm trying to think. Linkin Park came out at a time where I was doing a bunch of other stuff in life, and so except for a couple songs, I'm like, I kind of know them, you know. So this will be cool. Excited, man.
Oh, okay, that's really cool. Well, I definitely know this song because my wife is really into this song. Like whenever we would, take turns listening to, my music and her music. Whenever she would switch to more of like a rock vein, it was always more like, Linkin Park or like System of a Down or bands like that. She was really into that little, that era of music. And so I'm really excited to see this too because dude, I've gotten seriously at least 100 requests for this for Numb.
Oh, cool. Hey, I got to mention real quick, when my wife and I were dating, we did that same thing. I played Slayer and Screeching Weasel, and she played Captain and Tennille and the Partridge Family. So that was that was a great little story to share. So
all right, without further ado, Alip Ba Ta's fingerstyle cover of Linkin Park's Numb.
All right. Crossroads.
He's so awesome, dude.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So I gotta say, like the first thing, and I guess it's the kind of guitar nerd person I am and think about recording. I want to know what microphone it is because his sound is so crisp,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking at his fingernails, watching his right hand because that's what guitar players do. If I saw him in real life, I'd be like 3 feet away, staring at his right hand, just watching his thumb.
Definitely.
It's what we do.
Oh
I
yeah,
always tell a
totally.
guitar player when I'm playing, yeah. So, but man, that sound is so crisp. I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know if you were thinking of that too, or what was standing out to you?
Okay, so I am familiar with Alip Ba Ta. I did four
Okay,
reacts so far. This would be
gotcha.
the fifth one. Actually, the sixth one. Okay, I forgot about because no, whatever. It doesn't matter what number. I've done a few, and this newest one that's going to be coming out before this one. Okay,
Yeah,
it's actually Alip's newest song, and it's like this jazzy, like totally like just almost like a standard kind of thing. And
yeah,
I was listening to it, and I did my react, and I loved it. And then I slept on it, and I was this morning. I was I was editing it, and it was a little too short, and I was like, "There's got to be a reason for this." And then I remembered I was humming while he was doing it, and people had been asking me to collab. So I was like, okay, I'll
yeah.
just grab my saxophone and like play along with them a little bit. And like that took a
Right.
lot of guts because like in response to your question, the long answer of that is there's nothing missing from Alip Ba Ta's arrangement. Like he has the bass, he has the melody, he has the
Yeah.
chords, and he has the percussion. He has it all. It's wrapped in this little package, and it's like, it's like somehow like you said, crisp and clean, but like it's also like it's intricate and it's perfect and it's beautiful and it's from this guy's heart. And like one thing
Yeah.
that I want to make sure that you know about him, because I've been getting a lot of comments. Thank you everybody for all the comments. I love you leapers, man. um, the thing that they've been saying about him is this guy drives a forklift. He still drives a forklift. He doesn't ask
Yeah.
people to subscribe. He just plays his guitar and turns his camera off. And he's over 4 million subscribers now. And people are so grateful that I'm introducing people to him,
Yeah.
just because they love him so much. And I'm totally on the train, man, because the Leaf is awesome.
Yeah.
Just like I said,
Well,
there's nothing missing, so it was hard to add something when there's
right.
nothing missing. So what I played had to be like really minimal and like smooth.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned the jazzy
Yeah.
aspect. That was the other thing I picked up on is and I see that like a lot of people that play fingerstyle like that, where they're doing like you said, you got the bass line, you got the chords, you got the melody, you're adding the golpes for the percussive technique with guitar, and that's so cool flicking the guitar body like that. But the musical sense of leading tones, the way moving into the chords, adding those kind of almost modal shifts. I mean, that's really cool musically for anybody that's kind of thinking about the chords he was playing and things like that, and moving into the chords and those transitions. That was very musical. And besides the sound, just it's crisp, it's clear. You can hear his fingernails scraping the strings as he's strumming. Those little musicality sensibilities. And that's something that when you play music, and I'm sure you probably do this on saxophone, when you move kind of out of key a little bit and
Mm-hmm.
it's stylistic, but it's from the heart. That's really cool. That's something else that stood out to me listening to that. That was cool stuff.
Yeah, and he did more than the usual percussion. Like the usual, I would say, is him tapping on the guitar for the bass drum sound, him tapping
Yeah.
on the strings for the snare drum sound. But then for this one, he actually did the little drum fills, but tapping on the sound on the cutaway, right?
Yeah.
That was so neat. And then,
That's cool.
um, you know, another thing that I wanted to say to you about when he's doing the bass drum, because I've been practicing this. It
Yeah.
you if you tap with your middle finger, it'd be possible to play your thumb at the same time, and I'm sure he does do that. But what I noticed is that a lot of times on one, his thumb may be transitioning. He taps with his middle finger, and then he presses down with his left hand to strike the chord, and it doesn't sound weaker than if he
Yeah.
strummed it. Like, he's just so strong and precise, and like, it's just, and his use of the harmonics, man, especially on this Numb at the
Yeah.
beginning, boop 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 boop, the little, and and the way the harmonic rang against that half step, like you were saying, just it sounded like bells, just
Yeah.
gorgeous. That's a keyboard part, right? That he's throwing on top of.
Yeah. Those are so cool. Yeah, and you talking about like what he's doing with his thumb and the taps. That's some flamenco technique. So you can tap your body, but flamenco players, I don't know if I'm holding my fingers. Flamenco players, as they're strumming, like this with their fingers, their ring finger will go, and there's a plate on flamenco guitars. But it was cool watching somebody that's not, that's achieving the similar effect, but with a slightly different technique. And that's really cool because it's like, his hand is just doing what he's thinking. He's just communicating with the instrument. And that was like the coolest thing too. Kind of like Jimi Hendrix or other players that they're not thinking as they're playing, they're just playing, and kind of getting in that zone. That was really cool. And I was kind of wondering, in my own nerdy way, it's like, how much does he listen to these songs, or is he kind of going for it? I kind of get the feel like I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on because he obviously knows it, but it was cool to get that sensibility that you kind of forget someone's doing all these parts and you're just enjoying the song, I don't know if I'm explaining it well. It's like that higher level of musicianship that's really cool.
It's
When
like
someone's just playing.
The whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts in that case.
Yeah. Yeah, you forget some dude just sitting somewhere playing, guitar, and you just got this whole song coming at you out of one instrument. That's cool stuff.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And he's so inspiring, and I can see why he has such an incredible following and why so many people want to see so many people reacting to him,
Right.
just because he's so pure. And I hope that he gets some fortune follow him, because he certainly deserves it. But more
Yeah.
importantly, I just hope you keep playing Alip and you keep sharing with us, because man, I love
Yeah,
it.
that's cool stuff because, and like kind of like what I was saying, I wonder, like, I'd love to know like how he goes through picking songs, because stuff like that, I think
I'm
about what
sure
I
he has
choose to
people
play.
suggesting.
Probably.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
That'd be cool to see some, to kind of get that, I'm always thinking it's like, hey, this is what's the deeper part to it, but that's cool. And then there's his fret hand,
Hmm.
watching that, and talking about like leading tones, because some of that, your ear and your just soul for music is just guiding what you want to have happen, and it's really cool to have that much command as you're playing, a song like that. That's cool stuff. And then doing all the other parts too, it's kind of like
See,
you're playing piano and drums and like, some other instrument too.
I love the ability to take and arrange something, a one instrument part, to have like multiple instrument parts. Like, for example, on the Nightwish "How's the Heart" acoustic cover, I just did a reaction to that.
Yeah.
Troy on the acoustic guitar, he's playing the chords, but he's also playing the little
Hmm.
intro lead that he played on his Ulinean
Yeah.
pipes, right at the same time, fingerstyle, and
That's
like,
cool.
well, and so I come to this and I go to do a cover of it, and I'm gonna be doing his part and Floor's vocals part at the same time. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of simplify those parts a little bit. Just play some basic chords there, because I'm preparing
Yeah.
to sing. We're not worthy. I can't do both of you all the way at the same time. I'm sorry, but you see what I'm saying? Like even on
Right.
that level. And you see Alip Ba Ta, he's doing like four things at the same time to create this whole,
Yeah.
and it to me, he sounds like a band. He really does.
Yeah.
He sounds like a band.
Yeah. Well, and I always like, And I guess the way I learned fingerstyle on guitar, the way you kind of tap your thumb on the strings, to keep that pulse going. That's cool. It's something I always try to do. I guess the way I learn, my thumb is always out of the way unless I'm plucking. So, sometimes I really have to think like, okay, get that pulse. And then once, you get that vibe. And it's cool, I'll watching him, his technique just seems so natural. The accuracy on hitting those tap harmonics, that's really impressive. With me and my goofy, distractible sensibility, I mean, I can do it, but I got to really practice because I'm like going, it's like the jazz wannabe player in me is like, it's close enough. But on those harmonics, you got to be pretty spot on.
If you want them to,
else it just doesn't work.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Well, my mind is still blown. No matter how many times I listen to him, I'm just gonna keep going, man. Because why not? Every single thing I've heard, I've liked. And there's a lot of traditional Indonesian style music in there. There's his own originals. There's covers from like movie themes and rock bands and just all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, you could get lost on his page, man. I'm so grateful.
That's awesome. Yeah.
All right, everybody. So everybody take a second right now and subscribe to Kyle Walls right here. My friend, Kyle Walls, is a great musician. He's a songwriter, guitar player, and he does all kinds of really cool content as well, getting into some of the music fandom stuff like I am. So make sure you send him a subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, and why don't you subscribe to me as well if you're not already. Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. Please check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Matthew's Music Lesson Studio, my website, matthewsmusiclessonstudio.com, and also remember, I'm doing the sound daily. It's crazy uploading something every day. I've also got original music coming out and some live streams. So stay tuned. My next live stream is going to be playing with my iwi for you live. Yeah.
Awesome.
Playing with my iwi.
Electronic
wind instrument. I'll show you guys right here. Since this is kind of a little bit suggestive. It's right here, my electronic wind instrument, the Kai iwi. All right, and everybody, be safe, and I will see you guys next time on the sound.